Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about why we fail when we try to do things on our own. Many times, we, especially as kind, good hearted, spiritual beings, often believe that we have to do things on our own. We believe either through our experience of a troubled childhood or complex trauma or just feeling generally unsafe in the world, we believe that there's nobody out there that we can trust, there's nobody out there that we can connect with, and we have to figure everything out on our own. And the fact of the matter is that that is a very detrimental belief, that oftentimes we can cause more problems for ourselves than we're actually fixing by believing we have to do everything on our own. And when we get in, so I want to clarify, there is a time for hermit mode. There is a time for going inward and for healing. But that needs to be a limited period of time. That is not to be an extended period of time for months and years on end. That if you find that it is extended beyond a few months, you may need to seek out assistance in overcoming depression, in healing the complex trauma, and that the belief that will stem from the trauma or the extended dark night of the soul or depression or whatever you're going through, it can lead to that belief of, I'm on my own, there's no one I can rely on, there's no one I can trust. Even shame will keep you in a sort of a solo mode. And we need to understand that we are not intended to do it alone from a human perspective, but certainly from a spiritual perspective. That when we believe it's up to us to make things happen, we believe it's up to us to keep life under control, we believe it's up to us to anticipate all the problems that could potentially happen and come up with all the strategies that we need to address and make sure that these potential challenges don't happen, that's when we are starting to do God's job. So whether you call it God, divine source, universe, creator, doesn't matter. A rose by any other name still smells as sweet. At the end of the day, we are not asked to solve problems or make things happen. We are asked to raise our vibration, to surrender into trust and faith, to manifest, to co-create, and to magnetize. Not to white knuckle life, not to prevent all the problems, not to control life, not to solve all the potential issues or come up with all the strategies and solutions. That when we are doing that, we are trying to take the reins from source, and that will only ever create problems. Now, think back to a time when you lost a job and you assumed that you would lose your house, and so you left the house and found a cheaper house because you assumed you wouldn't have money for it, and you ended up in a far worse place. Now look at the problem that was created through your potential solution to what you saw as an issue that you had to solve. Now think about it differently. Look for a time when you knew there could potentially be a problem. You saw the potential ways it could go, but you chose not to act and see how things worked out. And how often in those scenarios did something come about that you never could have anticipated, you never could have created on your own, and everything worked out better than you ever could have guessed or imagined it would have, all because you allowed yourself to rest in peace and surrender and waiting for that problem to solve itself. So know that when we believe we are on our own and it is up to us, we are going to create more problems, more headaches, more stress, more depression, more anxiety, sleeplessness, loss of weight, gaining of weight, whatever your thing is. But when we get out of our head, so look at it this way too, that this belief that we're all on our own is all happening in the head. That source, your creator, is in your body, but the ego is in the mind. That belief that it is up to us or that we have to have it all figured out is the ego. The trust and surrender that the divine's got it is when we drop out of the head and into the body. I like to suggest that you think of your total body, head and legs and torso and feet, all as one library of resources that are available to you to navigate life. Now look at how much time you spend up here. Especially if you experience complex trauma, unworthiness wound, any type of shame, it causes an internal focus. The brain is constantly projecting its focus on yourself to try to figure out what's wrong with me and how do I fix the problem. But if we can drop out of the brain and into the body, focus on the heart, focus on your toes, focus on the strongest sensation in your body and be present with it, that's how we get out of our own way. That's how we stop trying to control everything and we let source handle it. So when we get out of our heads and we drop into the body, we allow the magnetism, the drawing in of the manifestation that is going to happen relatively effortlessly. Yeah, you'll be guided towards some divinely guided action, but it won't be too difficult. It won't be painful. It's not like pulling teeth. Unless, of course, you're being asked to start a YouTube channel or be seen and be visible, but then, you just need a little trauma healing, and even that won't be too hard. So know that we cut ourselves off from source through our thoughts. That the veil is created by disbelief, fear, shame, guilt, all those heavier emotions. I won't even say lower because they all serve a purpose. They're mirrors to help you see what needs to be worked on. But the literal cutting off from source, that feeling that you've gotten where you feel like I just can't connect, I just can't find the solution, I just can't get the inspiration, I can't make this thing happen, it is all happening up here. Have you ever noticed or felt like you are stuck in your head, like a prisoner in your own mind? The mind is not meant to be in control. I've heard two different numbers, but Dr. Joe Dispenza says 5,000, so I'm going to go with that. I've heard 10,000 as well, but the heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 to 10,000 times greater than that of the brain. The brain is not meant to be in charge. In fact, the brain is often the last to know that the body is more intelligent than the brain. So, in order to get out of your own way, or in order to tap into everything that you need that is already within you, these phrases mean stop thinking and use the resources of the body. Stop cutting yourself off. Stop creating more problems than it's worth. Stop trying to do the creator's job. Breathe. Let your torso roll back. So you literally drop into your body. Bring your focus and attention and awareness to the body. Find the area of your body that calls your attention most. Breathe into it and let the brain know its only job is to observe the sensations in the body. How does that feel? This is the shift, my friends. Shifting gears. All right, I hope you find this helpful. Let's get out of our own way. All right, I love you guys. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Just a little emoji comment would be super, super helpful for the YouTube algorithm. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed or check out the next video that was picked just for you. All right, I'll see you on the flip side. Namaste, my friends. I love you.